Good day. My name is Tsepo Ngubeni. I'm from Believers Care Society, Terfontaine. I'm doing project management. Well, the author's definition of effective people, I would like to use mine because his is not as relevant to me as he explained to us. Well, I find effective people to be people who search for the deeper meaning in life in everything they do, meaning if you had a dream to be a pilot growing up, don't just live up to being a pilot. At least have a backup plan if being a pilot doesn't happen. That's actually the things he's trying to tip us off about.
Hello, my name is Kabelo Chauke from Believers Care Society, Asia, and I'd like to add on what he said. Well, on my side, his definition of highly effective people is people who always have a plan B. Of course, he said that, and people who always have to change habits for the greater good, for their future, and people around them. That's why this book is important for everyone.
It would be the proactive one because I find it hard sometimes to interact with other people. I would love to get to interact with a little more people that are around me and not only those ones that I I am familiar with.
If you are proactive or something along those lines, you have to be able to contact people, like communicate, the ability to socialize. But then 90% of the people we know, yeah, the people we know and grew up with and the people surrounding us, they are not as proactive as I am. I'm going to just use me. Because I believe that if I keep on communicating and creating new bonds with people, I'm actually stimulating a future of like having a circle where like I can ask for anything, whether it's a business idea or help on with anything. Yeah.
Well, the main purpose for this book is to inspire people to change their ways, to have new habits in life. Because if they stick to the same routine, they go nowhere in life. So now with this book, it's gonna help you have new ideas and also have a new idea on how to live your life and for the sake of your success too. So that's how I think the book is.
I would like to add on what Kabelo said. This book inspires you to think in a different way and also to overcome a few of your fears, and it will also inspire you to think ahead as well as to know what you want to be in future and not to think inside the box but to think outside your box.
Actually, I'd say these 7 habits would help anyone if they were to read the book. Hence, it helped me to think in a different way and do things differently from the way I used to do things, as I know how to use a certain jargon when I'm speaking to a certain group of people. So now I can, like, I'm able to, maybe let's say Kabelo is a doctor and I'm just a teacher. I'd know how to approach him as he is a doctor and I'm a teacher. I wouldn't use the certain language I use at work, but I have to meet his standards of understanding. That's the deeper meaning of the 7 habits of effective people.
In order to understand the habits, read the book, understand them, and then practice them. That's how you'll succeed in life, and life will be okay.
It would help a lot because there are people who don't know that they treat other people badly in a certain way. As said before, the book says there are people who are reactive, people who complain, and people who mostly do things out of competition and stuff. It would help them see what type of people they are to others and not what they see in themselves.
there are certain type of people who believe that you don't have to say a lot in order for that for something to happen. Like for me, I believe that if you don't complain about something, nobody is gonna complain about that thing, because probably surely you're not like thinking the same thing at the same time. It won't that factor item won't affect both of you in a similar way. It's gonna affect him in his own way and affect me in my own way.
Um, my question is, according to the book that you read, there are habits, 7 habits. So, I don't know anything about the book. What's the mainly or important habit that you can tell me so that I can become an effective person?
Well, to answer that, I'd say it's being reactive, because if you won't react to some of the things, they're gonna come back and bite you again. So, in order for you not to go to undergo the same process again, you have to react a certain type of a way that's gonna counteract that issue.
Well, on my side, I believe the habit of think win-win. Well, that habit is all about you becoming social to people, um, talk to people, associate yourself with people. They'll help you to get on top. You know, so you need to be what's this? What do you, network. You know, communicate with people, because you can't be successful alone. You're gonna need people in your support system to get you wherever you want to go. So that's the habit I recommend. And also be proactive. It's also important because you are the only one that can change your situation by acting up.
I would say it's the second one, in being in the end of mind, in being a proactive person and not thinking like a reactive person of being I can't, I won't, and what if, and being a proactive person who's gonna say maybe with there's two of us we put up an idea, me and Kabelo, and the ideas we're putting on are not the same, but we'll think of an idea that we both agree on. That would be a third party idea that will help us further our future in our business venture or something like that.
My question now is okay, because basically, so there's two types of people: proactive and reactive. And the first habit is the foundation of all the habits, right? But then, for me, what if somebody that is a bit of both comes along? What then? So somebody that I don't live in the moment. If you understand what I'm saying, I don't live in the moment. I'm not like, I'm just living for the sake of living. I have a plan in everything that I, what I want to do, but I also do want to enjoy. So then what then? How does these habits fit into my lifestyle? Do you understand? Like,
Okay, just like you said, there's two types of people, right? Proactive and reactive. So if you are a combo of the two, so you are highly likely to be the apex predator. Like you're the top management, like you're at the top of the hierarchy form. So in order for you to enjoy what you're doing, you have to look into the things you really like, things that you're passionate about, things you like doing. So in that way, you're gonna create what's it called, a universe of your own, because you have to live in the moment, not live for the moment, because if you have both, you're gonna live for the moment, and that's the wrong idea.
Oh, okay. So my question is, can you please name the 7 habits for someone who never read the book? Can you please name the habits? And then for someone who read the Purpose Driven in Life, I understood that God wants us to relax and look up to Him, and He will let everything happen by His will. So how would you change my mind according to the 7 habits?
The first one would be the proactive, being proactive. It's where you get to understand what type of person you are and your interactions with other people. And the second one would be thinking in the end in mind, in which is you're not only thinking about yourself, you're thinking about people surrounding you and the next person. And the third one would be the one which says put first things first.
Well, for me, I wouldn't tell about the 7 habits because it's a matter of your own mission to go and read the book and find out what actually happens in the book.
Okay, I know there's synergy, sharpen the saw, think win-win, and it's long. To understand and be understood. Yes, those are the 7.